And you can see it says at 2020 Starbucks Coffee Company, all rights reserved for internal use only. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not only in schools, both public and private schools, it's also in the place of where you're trying to get a job, where you're trying to work. So today we have Starbucks, right? Starbucks, you can generally think of these bigger corporations as more leftist leaning. Anyway, I mean, they've all proven to us over the summer of how Nike had the Black Lives Matter ads. I mean, they pretty much all did. They're all trying to show that they're anti-racist and they love Ibram X. Kendi. So they were trying to show that, and now they're really, really trying to brainwash their own employees into learning this stuff. So today we have another viewer submission from someone who's trying to get a job at Starbucks or who may already have one at Starbucks. You see right here it says, this training focuses on developing an anti-racist mindset. In this third place discussion, you will learn to explain the importance of shifting behaviors that perpetuate racial inequity, describe the concept of being an anti-racist, and identify practices to foster an equitable and inclusive environment. The session includes expert excerpts from the pour-over sessions with Professor Ibram X. Kendi. You know, Zuby and I were talking about how in schools, it's not just Robin DiAngelo, it's also Ibram X. Kendi. And Ibram X. Kendi, I would say, is even bigger than Robin DiAngelo because of the amount of books he has. I mean, he even has a book called Anti-Racist Baby. It's in the Amazon stores. There's one in a mall near me. I mean, this guy is literally the biggest scammer of the world. You can see most of his books have one little line at the top that says, how can you focus on being an anti-racist? The rest of it's blank for you to fill that out. So he can do as little work as possible while still making a lot of money because people are brainwashed into this stuff. And you know, one thing I thought about is that because now it's being normalized in schools, the future generations that are just about to start working, I'm almost 16 years old. A lot of my generation is about to turn that age and be eligible to work at many different places. So now it's not just at school, it's being normalized everywhere so that when you go to work, you learn how to be an anti-racist. When you're at school, you literally learn not a single thing. All of the history is just very random. It's all over the place. You jump from Egypt, ancient Egypt, to modern day, World War II. It doesn't make any sense. So now it's being normalized that it's not just in school. It's not just in public and private school, by the way. It's in private school too, and people need to realize that. It's also in your place of work. You have to define the problem, as they say. You have to describe anti-racism, which is fairly strange how they describe anti-racism. It almost seems as if they're actually being racist while calling themselves anti-racist. And many people that I've talked to about what anti-racist actually means have no clue. They have no clue. They think anti-racist means that you're actually trying to not be racist, which in that case, 90% of the United States population is an anti-racist. But it's not that. It's not, I want to be not racist. I mean, you most likely are already not racist in the first place. Anti-racist means, described by Dr. Ibram X. Kendi, these anti-racists must solve racism by using present discrimination to help remedy past discrimination. That's one of his quotes. We must remedy past discrimination by present discrimination, and also do that by having future discrimination for present discrimination. I mean, this guy is literally being a racist, not an anti-racist. Being an anti-racist means you're a racist. And now they're trying to make Starbucks employees racists. You know, but this is, a lot of people look at this and go, oh, I want to be an anti-racist too, and I'm perfectly okay with this being in Starbucks. Dude, when I go to Starbucks, I want to get my coffee. I want to get a bacon, egg, and Gouda breakfast sandwich. But instead, you're teaching these employees to become anti-racists. I barely even interact with the employees. I barely even say anything. I say, thank you, have a great day. That's about all I say. But instead they go, you must focus on being an anti-racist. And then it says there's an opportunity for change. There's an opportunity for you. Instead of you being a racist white straight male, you can instead become an anti-racist. And therefore, that means just be a racist to whoever is not along your side. I've heard that a lot of these anti-racist people are extremely racist to everyone that's not on their side. They'll say terrible things about black people. They'll say terrible things about pretty much any other race who is not with them. And the fact is, you can't label a whole race good or bad because that's just not good. That's what the Nazis did, by the way. They went, oh, Jews, they're bad. That's what the Nazis said. So why do you think it's okay to label people good or bad based on something they can't change? I don't view people that way, but a lot of people in my close proximity and likely in yours as well, in your family or friends, believe this sort of thing and are in fact the new 21st century racist, actually. And I don't like to use the word racist a lot. I never used the word racist before 2020 when someone called me a racist, when someone called me a white supremacist for saying that Black Lives Matter was destroying people's lives, right? So you can see right here on their tablet, it says, your key learnings. As you finish this session today, identify your key takeaways. Make your commitment to develop an anti-racist mindset by being able to explain the importance of shifting behaviors that perpetuate racial inequity. And you can see right here, there's a couple videos that they had from Ibram X Kendi talking specifically for the Starbucks sessions that they had. And you can see it says, at 2020 Starbucks Coffee Company, all rights reserved for internal use only. So this is not some funny joke or anything, and I'll try to upload these individual videos as well. The camera's a little shaky and they're shorter videos, but I want to upload these videos to show you that they're teaching this in Starbucks. They're trying to talk about this to people who are supposed to hand you your coffee. So it's not just in schools, it's everywhere. But I think that we need to rid it out of these institutions. And I, in fact, believe that we should abolish schools at this point. They're not helping. And people are going to say, well, we need to have public schools for the poor kids to go, and they'll have a better future. They get to learn. They're not learning anything. They have terrible literacy rates. Everything's going downhill in the case of education alone, specifically. So, yeah, we should abolish schools. What are they doing? Not helping anyone? That's a fact. They're not helping anyone. And now Starbucks is deciding to do this. So thank you 100% to the person that sent this in, because this is stuff that needs to be exposed. Absolutely, because who is it helping? The fact is, it's not helping anyone. It's hurting pretty much everyone. It's creating racist. It's creating division for no good reason. So I'm not even going to argue this side or that side. I'm just saying we need to get rid of it as a whole. But thank you guys very much for watching. Once again, thank you to this person for sending this stuff in, because this is important stuff. This is all stuff we need to see, all stuff that should be available and out to the public. I think that Starbucks should say that they're doing this to their employees, that they're making them take these sessions where they have to become anti-racist and reflect on their own individual racism. Because it's disgusting. And I don't care if it's in schools or if it's in Starbucks or if it's at some butcher shop. We need to rid all of this out of these institutions.